begin by addressing the problems I've had in releasing this portion of the front bumper bar every time I copy it in fiberglass. Not just because of how it relates to this particular front bumper bar, the Ford Sierra, but because it's the sort of problem that you commonly have on fiberglass bumper bars. So I want to just briefly tell you what the causes of it are and show you how I'm going to resolve it so I don't keep having the same problem over and over again with the job getting stuck every time I make a copy. There are three reasons why this part of the job is hanging up. First of all, there's the shape of it. It's got deeply recessed sides that go back and are parallel. The bottom scoop, which tapers, is not a problem because it's like pulling a sock off your foot. It's just the right shape for it to slip off. But this is all square in here, and the surface is at the worst angle as far as holding things up and grabbing onto the job. The second reason is a chemical hold up, and that is you've laid the chemicals, you've got your release coat and so forth, and your PVA, but you've got that chemical, the perfect fit of the fiberglass that you've laid over the mould. And so when you're going to release the job anywhere on a fiberglass job, you've got to break that chemical bond. And because of the shape of this, I can't get water in there to dissolve the PVA release, nor can I get wedges in to drive it out or to make a little gap so I can get water in. And that leads to the third cause of this problem, and that is there's a vacuum in here. Because it's a big box and on all four sides, you've got two shapes, one over the top of the other. You've got the part that you're moulding and the copy that you're making. And when those two parts set, it's like you've got two square boxes, one inside the other. They're a perfect fit. And when you're trying to pull them apart to separate the job from the mould, you've got to break that vacuum. So I'm going to address that and get rid of that vacuum. Thankfully, the fix is an easy one. Get a large hole saw without the guide bit and drill a hole in both of these pieces. Keep the hole that you cut out, and I'll show you when I make a copy how, if you want to, you can put that hole temporarily back in place while you make the copy. The other alternative is to just leave the hole there because there's going to be lights go over the top there, and on a race car this is going to be cut out as a vent anyway. Now to remove the 45mm from both of the trailing edges of this front bumper bar. And thankfully, once again, it's not rocket surgery. now ready to make my first copy of this Ford Sierra RS Cosworth front bumper bar in the size where I've reduced it so it will fit a road car. If you're going to lay up this front bumper bar in one go, this is how you'd have the mould position. But you can't do it that way because these inner wheel arch edges are overhanging. So I've got to do it as a rolling layout. Take the 3 moulds apart, lay up the 2 ends, and then do the middle. I'm not going to show you the full detailed layout because that gets boring, the same thing after a while, but I will address the particular issues in laying up this bar as a rolling layout. When laying up a couple of separated moulds that you're going to eventually bring together in a rolling layout, apply your gel coat like normal, but keep it away from the surfaces of your joining flanges.